You meet someone, and in that instant, everything inside you changes. The world feels sharper, louder, more alive. You feel like you've finally found a missing part of yourself, not outside, but within. Yet the moment you realize what this person truly means, life delivers a cruel twist. They're already in a relationship, and your soul trembles in confusion. It's not just unrequited love, it's soul-deep recognition, being denied by circumstance. You feel torn between respect for their reality and the magnetic pull that defies all logic. You wonder why the universe would let you taste something so rare only to pull it away. You start to grow in ways you never thought possible. The love doesn't fade, it transforms. It stops demanding and starts expanding. You feel them with you even when they're miles away. Sometimes their name is a prayer, sometimes it's a wound. You see them in strangers, in songs, in the wind. You don't chase them anymore, but you never forget. You hold space in your heart without expecting them to fill it. And still, the ache remains, a beautiful, sacred ache that reminds you they're part of your story, even if they're not yours to hold. The idea of twin flames isn't about romance, it's about awakening. They come to shatter illusions and burn away what isn't real. So when they enter your life and yet cannot stay, it's not a punishment, it's a catalyst. Their presence forces you to meet yourself, fully and painfully. You start asking questions you never dared to ask. Who are you without them? Who are you when everything hurts? And most importantly, who are you becoming because of this love? Alas, this is what the sun does. This is what the sun does. Who are you becoming because of this love? The answers don't come easily, but they shape you. You stop looking for union outside and begin the journey inward. You find that the most intense relationships don't always last in form, but they never leave your energy. Their touch becomes a memory stored in your cells. You hear their voice in your dreams and smile at the cruelty and grace of it all. You start to live with the paradox that something can be both real and unreachable. It's a sacred torment, a divine contradiction. You want to hate them for not choosing you, but your soul only feels gratitude. You know they're not yours, but also that they are just in another dimension. And maybe that's the lesson. To love without needing to possess, to feel a connection that transcends timelines, even if it doesn't fit into this one. Every time you try to let go, something pulls you back, not with force, but with a whisper. You'll be going about your day, and then their favorite song plays. You see their birth date on the clock. Their name appears in the most random places. You try to ignore it, but the signs keep coming. It feels like the universe is laughing at your attempts to forget. But maybe it's not a joke. Maybe it's guidance. You realize that even if they're not physically present, the connection is still alive. Not to torment you, but to guide you. You begin to wonder if this bond is more than romantic. It's spiritual. A contract made long before this life, still unfolding in mysterious ways. You start to trust that the universe has a plan, even if it doesn't look the way you wanted. And even in your pain, you grow closer to your truth. Their presence makes you more aware of your own soul. You begin to love yourself in the same way you loved them, fiercely, unconditionally, endlessly. The grief softens into wisdom. The longing becomes fuel. You no longer wait for them to choose you. You choose yourself. And in that choice, you rise higher. You ask yourself often, what if they never come back? What if this was it? A brief explosion of soul memory meant only to awaken, not to remain. And still, some part of you clings to the hope that the universe doesn't tease without purpose. You've read stories of twin flames reuniting after years, after divorces, after total transformation. But your mind knows better than to wait forever. Your soul, though, still lights a candle in the dark, not for them, but for the connection. You begin to understand that twin flames don't complete you. They awaken what's already inside you. They're mirrors, not missing pieces. And while it hurts to look into that mirror and see what could have been, it also empowers you to become more than you were. You realize that if they were meant for this chapter, they would have stayed. But perhaps they were just the prologue to your becoming. You stop chasing, not because you've stopped caring, but because you've started evolving. Their love taught you the difference between attachment and truth. And the truth is, your journey doesn't pause for anyone, not even your twin. Some nights, the ache resurfaces without warning. You find yourself revisiting every memory, every message, every look. You ask yourself what you could have done differently, if anything at all. But deep down, you know this isn't about blame or mistakes. It's about timing. Souls don't follow calendars or logic. They follow growth, evolution, and karmic alignment. And maybe right now, your paths are meant to run parallel, not joined. You learn to sit with the uncertainty without letting it destroy you. You accept the pain as proof that your heart still feels deeply. You stop labeling it as suffering and start honoring it as transformation. The love you carry isn't wrong. It's just not meant to bloom in this moment. That doesn't make it less sacred. If anything, it makes it purer. To love without expectation is the highest form of devotion. You continue your life, building your dreams, healing your wounds. You still carry them, but lighter now. Not as a burden, but as a blessing. A reminder that your soul once touched something eternal, even if only briefly. You begin to see love everywhere, not just in them. In sunsets, in music, in your reflection. You realize you were never waiting for them. You were always waiting for yourself. And now that you've met yourself fully, the longing no longer controls you. The bond is still there, but it no longer anchors you in sorrow. You start to live again, not in spite of them, but because of what they ignited. Every step you take becomes a prayer of gratitude. You no longer need answers from the universe. You've become your own oracle. And in moments of stillness, you feel their energy gently watching over you, not as a lover, but as a soul companion on another path. Your heart is no longer heavy, it's open. You've alchemized pain into purpose. You've turned yearning into creation. And now the most beautiful truth remains. Whether they return or not, your soul will continue its journey, radiant and whole.